the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Atlanta Falcons, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 23.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Atlanta Falcons. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They're led out by last season's comeback player of the year. In his third season now, it's Joe Burrow.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. And sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Play action. It's Burrow. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker, because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a third and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Burrow. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Stuck for the loss by Devin White.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They go play action with Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and have to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling the quarterback, maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Burrow looking to pass. Able to find Isabella. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. He'll find Williams on the slant. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
First down, here's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
They're going to the air on the opening drive. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So a long field ahead for the Falcon offense as they head out.
They'll be led out by the former NFL MVP, already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Now Jackson on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try to field goal. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Tucker's kick is good, and that will make it 6-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So a couple of field goals now. 6-0 our score as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time. And
you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Deontay Johnson deep for the Steelers. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now Burrow on 1st down. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. This is the 33-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Burrow. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And Burrow going to throw again. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A run with Mostert up the middle. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll go down. Going out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got this complete to Williams. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. Oh, able to avoid him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. Burrow will throw. Flushed out right. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the 1st down.
1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Joe Burrow. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up. It's through. It extends their first quarter lead to 13-0. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out come the Falcons now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets' sleep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. First carry for Najee Harris. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Jackson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover. Here we go.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Completes it to Austin. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
2nd down and 3. They hand it off to Mostert. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Looking to pass. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Nothing is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Here's Burrow. And he'll get this up. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, You go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Johnson on the return. Gets by him at the 25. The danger of a punt that good? A 16-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the 2nd quarter.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. Nifty move. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Running the counter with Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A give to Barkley out of the gun. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. Burrow picked off by a guy he won a title with at LSU, Derek Stingley. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself now just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson now. Flush to his right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They run again with Harris. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard
1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Returning it is Moore. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be Falcon football. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now Jackson on 1st down. Finds Pickens out right. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A torn ACL cost George Pickens most of his final season at Georgia, but he did return for the college football playoffs and had an impact. And in his first 2 years there, wow. Led the Bulldogs in touchdowns both seasons. Had people thinking he could be a first-round pick. The ceiling is huge with this kid. Nice pickup there for a first down.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Jackson. And he'll find Hall. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
Jackson will throw again. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
38-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So the 3 points there, CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. It's complete to Williams. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Burrow. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Complete to Austin here over the middle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And Burrow going to throw again. Austin is there and brings in another one. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. It's Barkley on the counter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Barkley. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get him, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Burrow on 3rd down. He's got this complete to Williams. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, get in the huddle.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. It's Williams on the catch. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Finding Williams once more, complete. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They'll throw on first down with Jackson, finding Moore on the out route for the completion. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Now he'll escape to his right. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
No covers bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. There's Chris Olave. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. A gain there of 21 yards. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Steelers. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll toss to Harris. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. A nice job of bringing that in, but why was he so close to the sideline there? They had all kinds of room in the flat.
A little bit of a lack of coordination between him and the quarterback, because both of them should have seen that room that was available, that space. Stop your route a little bit shorter, put it on him, and let him turn and get upfield.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And they will take over 1st and 10. But Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
2nd and 2. Up the middle with Barkley. Oh, good move. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Burrow. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
From the 41, Burrow. He'll find Williams on the slant. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Hey, what we got? That's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Play action. It's Burrow. And this is going to be hauled in
in by the tight end Andrews. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Let's go now, let's go. Here we go. 11.
Again, it's Burrow. Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So with the yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Falcons will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that. Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On second down, here's the option. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Jackson to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Burrow now off the bootleg. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Here's Burrow. Able to find Isabella. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And he picked up another first down there.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jamison Williams from 19 yards away as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Atlanta regains possession of the football. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing is Jackson. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. So the completion gets him just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Steelers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Burrow. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll find his tight end, that's Waller. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
A gain of 15. First down, Pittsburgh.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Barkley, inside handoff. 57 yards on the ground for him so far. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Burrow. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Burrow looking to pass. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Justin Tucker on the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And here now come the Falcons. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
23 yards on the tuck and run.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes they could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left them a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Jackson on first down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Here we go. Here we go.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Touchdown! Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Falcons 3.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Tucker with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Falcons 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Looking sideline, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Jackson. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Right side, it's the tight end, Hawkinson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept to it in order to have this kind of a result, this is Super Bowl-esque, and they got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So they took their shot. That was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making, both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
False start, offense.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
On 2nd down, Jackson.
The pass caught by Olave.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
He finds Pickens over the middle.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At their 48-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. 23 yards to pick up there. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Jackson. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. An option handoff given to Harris. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain.
32-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still second down.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On third down, Burrow. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the second time. As this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.